Hi, my name is Bijan Fakhri, and I will be presenting for Group 10. We're going to open the assignment here from the app catalog, and as in assignment 1, we're going to fill out the user details, and when we press View Graph, we see the acceleration on the 3 axes in the graph here. As you can see, when we do download, because we have not yet uploaded a patient data, we will get the error no data available. But if we start recording here and wiggle the phone a bit, you will see that the graphs move in response to the 3 axes and their acceleration. So I've just uploaded the data, and if we press stop and download it, it'll reappear on the 3 axes. The last 10 seconds will. What we're going to do now is add a new patient. So let's change the ID to 55, and if we go back to View Graph and download, because there is no data available on the server for this ID, we will get a no data available error. But we can go ahead and upload this, download it, and you see it is the most recent data for which we got for this patient ID number 55. If we go back and change the patient ID back to 54 and download, we will get that original graph from patient number 54. So that is our application demo. Thank you very much. This is Group 10.
Hello, my name is Simon, and I'm giving a brief overview of a couple of classes within this current assignment. So first of all, in the graph activity class, we registered this particular instance of the global variables. We added 3 graphs that are synchronized and showing the X, Y, and Z axis, as well as 2 new buttons for the save and load functionality. The save button is just taking the current values and saves them to the database, whereas the load functionality loads these same values from the database and updates the graphs respectively. The global variables class is just a pretty simple helper class which only stores references to the current acceleration sensor service as well as the graph activity. The graph view only got a small update for the y-axis ranges, and the acceleration service itself is based on what was given on the Blackboard code, exact sensor service and the sensor event, where we get the sensor data in the onCreate. And in the sensor changed event, we just make sure that the sensor service is not paused, as well as that we only sample with 1 Hz. Thank you.
Hi, this is Mao-Lin. Now I'm going to explain patient activity and database operations in this assignment. So once patient click View Graph button, we pass this information with a bundle object to the next activity, which is graph activity. And at the same time, we start the sensor service for the accelerometer. And then in the graph activity, we use patient's information to create a database to store their sensors data. As we can see in the database class, the constructor will specify the database name, table name, and the directory to store our database. So in the graph activity, once click Upload button, the Save Data function here will use SQL statement to insert the data from the sensor to the database and call the Upload function to upload our database to remote server. And the second thing is that if users click Download button, the Load Data function here will be called, and it will download the database from the remote server with download function, and then we open this database and use another SQL statement to get the latest 10-second data for the graph drawing. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jay. and I'm gonna discuss on the download functionality of the app. So when the user clicks the download button in the UI, this method is called. Now from this method I create a new thread and I call download file method. Within the download file method I create a path where I need to store my file. I check whether the directory is there or not. If it's not there, I need to create a one. Then I create my file, the name of the file, which is group10.tv, and then I start the connection. So this is the URL of the server. URL.open connection basically opens the connection. Then we try to connect and see the response code. If the response code is 200, that means the connection has been established successfully. Then we simply start reading from the file. So that's why we create an input stream, and then we have an output stream to write back to the file in our external storage. Then I create a temporary a buffer, which is the byte of 4096, and there's a while loop which is gonna read data one at a time from the input, and until it reaches end of the file, which is -1, it comes out, and then after that we simply close the streams and close the connection, and we are done. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Bijan Fakhri, and I'm going to be talking about the upload file method. The upload file method uploads the database file to the server. So first we access the file here, and then we connect to the server and configure the server. Then we set up a buffer to send the file with. We begin transmission, send all the bytes to the server, and then we end the transmission here, and we check to make sure that the transmission worked out all right. Here we catch exceptions in case anything went wrong. So as you can see, if we have a recording going on here and we upload it, it'll upload to the server, and then if we choose to download it, it'll download that last recording. Thank you, and have